Hello everyone, welcome back to Renmark. Today I will be ranking all the AP classes and exams I took throughout high school. My tiers for this are light work, moderately easy, not bad, somewhat difficult, and lost $100. Now uh, this tier indicates that it was very hard and that I probably did not get the college credit because of just how hard it was. So let's start first with computer science A. Computer science A, I thought in terms of the concepts you learn in there, it's very useful, not just in terms of Java, but in terms of general programming. There's a lot of useful stuff to be learned from that class. The just thing about computer science A is just I feel like I'm not that great at computer science, and I definitely could have had a better instructor than who I had. It definitely made the class more difficult than it needed to be. Um, but I just grinded those FRQs near the end of the year, and I did okay on the exam. So I'm gonna put this in the not bad. Okay, next we have AP Environmental Science. To be honest, I think a lot of this class is just common sense. The class was pretty easy. It was just kind of busy work sometimes, and the exam was really easy. But I mean, the stuff that I didn't know before was interesting, and like it's just good to know it because the state that our world is in right now. So I'm gonna put this in the light work. Pretty fun, but honestly, probably not that useful in terms of your college career, but interesting stuff nonetheless. Okay, next we have AP Statistics. A lot of people say this isn't like a real math course, which is pretty funny because you do have to do a lot of writing in this class. Um, that can be bothersome for some people. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was very much writing. Um, but you do repeat a lot of the same stuff in this class, the Z tests and T tests and confidence intervals and stuff like that. But overall, I thought this class was enjoyable. I liked my teacher, and it wasn't too difficult for me. So I'm going to throw this one in the moderately easy tier. Okay, next we have AP Spanish Language and Culture. I didn't take the class for this. I just took the exam, and I'm kind of biased on this because I'm a native speaker, but I thought it was very easy. So I'm going to throw this one into the light work tier. All right, next we have AP Physics 1, Algebra Based. I'm just going to throw this straight in the lost $100 tier. I'm not very good at physics. I didn't think my teacher was all that great, and the class for me just wasn't that fun in general. Um, so that's my rationale for putting that up there. Also, the exam for this, I took this in 2023, was really difficult for some reason. Had a lot of rotational motion on there. So that's another reason why I'm putting that in the lost $100 tier. Okay, next we have AP Calculus BC. Now, I would consider myself a math person, and I think I did pretty good in this class and the exam, although I did take the AB class. I just took the BC exam, so I had to self-study the last two units. Besides that last unit, the content here isn't that bad, I don't think. So I'm going to throw this in the moderately easy tier. Okay, next we have AP English Language and Composition. Now, normally English isn't really my thing, but I can probably say this is the only English class I really loved throughout maybe my entire schooling career. It was just a refresher, like from all the other English classes that I had taken before, and I really liked my teacher in this class. So I thought it was enjoyable, and you learn a lot of useful skills, rhetorical analysis and stuff like that, synthesis. So I'm going to put this one in the not bad tier. All right, next we have AP English Literature and Composition. Now, this one was a bit of a different story for me. Like, I did really like my teacher in this class as well, but I just didn't find the content all that engaging, and it seemed like more like a typical English class, And a lot of the poetry read in there was just kind of really hard to understand. So I'm going to put this one in the lost $100 tier. I still don't know how I did on the exam, but I'm not feeling confident about it. Okay, next we have AP Macroeconomics. Now, I actually thought some of the content in this course was really interesting, but the fact of the matter is this class can be very boring if you have a boring instructor, and unfortunately, that is what happened with me. So while I was fighting to stay awake in this class, there was useful stuff that you learn here about, like, supply and demand and foreign exchange markets and other stuff like that. I mean, that's inherently interesting, but my experience with the class wasn't one I'd call ideal. But overall, it wasn't too difficult, and I think I did all right on the exam, so I'm going to put this in the not bad. All right, next we have AP Human Geography. I had a really great teacher for this course. I liked it a lot. I just really enjoyed geography as a subject, so this was not too bad for me. And a lot of this is also common sense, like environmental science. So I'm going to put this in the light work tier. Okay, next we have AP US Government and Politics. This kind of stuff also interests me, so this wasn't too bad. At my school, this course only lasted a semester, so I had to restudy the whole course basically the night before the exam. But it wasn't too bad, and I think I did all right. So I'm going to put this in moderately easy. There. Okay. Next, we have AP World History Modern. Now, this was the first class that I took in high school that really challenged me to do more than what I typically do in a course. And I took a lot of notes in here. I watched a lot of videos, and I thought it was a really interesting course. I enjoyed it for most of the year. So I'm going to throw this one in the not bad tier because it was still a lot of work, but it was fun in my opinion. Okay, and lastly, we have AP Chemistry. I also thought this class was pretty fun. I really liked the people in my class. My teacher was great. And the content was hard, but it wasn't as hard as, like physics or something. So I'm going to throw this one in the somewhat difficult tier. All right, and that is my AP class /exam tier list. Let me know what you think in the comments, and goodbye.